This is Arise News from Abuja, Nigeria, with me, Charles Aniekolu. Let's remind you of our main stories this hour. At least 4 people have been killed in Syrian government strikes on the rebel-held areas of Homs and Douma. The development came a day after the government-held part of Homs was subjected to multiple suicide attacks. 4 million people have been without drinking water after rainstorms and landslides in Chile contaminated a major river in the capital Santiago. Officials say the water supply from the Maipo River will remain cut until water flows clear. Nearly 10 attacks were made on migrants in Germany every single day last year, according to the country's Interior Ministry. A total of 560 people were injured in the violence, including 43 children. Actor Bill Paxton, best known for his role in the sci-fi classic Aliens, has died at the age of 61. Paxton had reportedly suffered from complications following surgery. His biggest hits included The Terminator, Titanic, and 1996's Twister. He's survived by his wife of 30 years and their 2 children. And in sport, a late winner for Zlatan Ibrahimovic helped Manchester United secure the EFL Cup after they beat Southampton 3-2 at Wembley, giving boss Jose Mourinho his first success since taking charge in the summer. Now, Arise correspondent Mike Sargent went to meet some of the artists nominated for their incredible makeup effects and hairstyling.
I'm Mike Sargent. I'm here with 2 makeup designers from the Oscar-nominated makeup designers from Star Trek Beyond. Introduce yourselves and tell me what you did on the film.
All right, well, I'm Joel Harlow. I'm the, I would call myself the special makeup effects department head.
I'm Richie Alonso, special makeup artist on Star Trek Beyond.
Now, let me ask both of you, were you Star Trek fans before this, and how much of a dream was it for you to actually get to work on a Star Trek film?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'd been a fan of Star Trek since I was a child. You know, growing up in North Dakota, we would visit my family in Denver, Colorado. And I would sit in front of my grandmother's television watching the original series. So I'd always been a fan, and then when I was called to work on the 2009 reboot, JJ's reboot, that was indeed a dream come true, and that led us, you know, to the Academy Awards, and amazingly that night we won. And to be back for this film, which marks the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, it's really overwhelming. It's very touching, and as a fan, you know, I'm humbled to be here.
Humbled to talk to you.
Yeah.
Now, what about you?
I've been a Star Trek fan ever since my dad, you know, introduced me to the show and watched it ever since. Was a huge fan back then, growing up, and now still am. Follow the whole, you know, every movie, every Star Trek film's come out up until now. Was able to work on the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek with Joel, and reprised it working on Star Trek Beyond.
Now, last question, how much pressure is there for you internally since you've won it once? Like, it'd be nice, but how much do you really want to win again?
You know, I think as an artist, you know, it's nice to have your art appreciated. And the fact that, you know, we're here with our colleagues and you know, the amazing work that they've created in their films, I think that, you know, they say this to you, and I think it's absolutely true. You're already a winner. And I'm not here as representing myself. I'm here representing a crew of about 60 people over 3 countries that helped bring all this together. I mean, we wouldn't be having this conversation, I wouldn't be in front of this camera if not for every single one of them.
You concur?
Yes, absolutely. It's exciting. I mean, you know, to be able to do another Star Trek film and be even bigger in size and scope, and have so much makeup work in it was it was exciting. Every day coming to work, it's like, what else is going to be? You know, what new characters coming at you? So it's been a great journey and quite a ride.
How much of it a challenge is to try and create new aliens, considering Star Trek's been around for 50 years?
I mean, it's always a challenge, but it's also a great opportunity. I mean, no 2 films have the same obstacles or the same opportunities. But on this one, we're very fortunate that we were able to sort of push the bar as far as the Star Trek alien goes. It was a joy every day creating new aliens, and it became infectious in the shop. The more we made, the more we wanted to make, the better we wanted to make them. So they're all, in my opinion, hero aliens. There are no background aliens out of the 56 aliens that we made for this movie.
56.
56 aliens, because we wanted 50 for the anniversary, Star Trek anniversary. We
okay.
were at 46, and my wife came to me and she said, "You know what? You got to make 50." Like, oh, it's logical. Why not make 50? And you would think, yes, exactly, right? And you would think 50 would have been enough, but we ultimately needed 6 more, so we wound up with 56.
Okay, you concur?
Absolutely. I mean,
He's a man of few words.
Yeah, it's just been a great pleasure and exciting to just be with everyone, our entire makeup crew and hair department as well, to go and do all this amazing work and have fun doing it. Is just what more can you ask for?
Well, I had fun watching it, so thank you both. Okay.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.
Mike Sargent there, we just can't get enough of him. Mike went to meet the team behind Suicide Squad, also nominated for makeup and styling.
What you having?
Beer.
Whiskey.
What am I, 12?
How about you, hot stuff?
Water.
That's a good idea, honey.
All right. Okay. Marta. Okay. I'm just going to ask you each to introduce yourselves and tell me what you did on the film.
Alessandro Bertolazzi, makeup and hair designer.
Christopher Nelson, I was in charge of Killer Croc.
Marta Rogero, head makeup department.
Giorgio Gregorini, wig supervisor.
Now, let me ask you, when you started this, did you have any idea you might end up here at the Academy Awards for doing a comic book movie?
No, wait. We had no idea to be here. We don't have idea how to do that movie. We are I was completely empty, without any idea about this big icon movie. They say, we're going to do the copy of the cartoon, we have to do something different, but respect all the rules about the cartoon. And it was really, really scary at the beginning. I was sure they fire me in a few weeks, and then I waited to unpack my stuff, and then I waited, and at a certain point, Marta's arrived, I say, okay, you know what? Let's do what we know. We are Italian, we are artisan, we bring the stuff, we bring all, and we start to try to do something. It's happened.
And you like this American in working with you, right?
The American was the best support ever. Okay. They don't believe in us if you don't have American. You have to have one American, right?
Just one.
Just one. Just one is the same as enough. Yeah.
I think I was the only one. Everyone else was Canadian, right?
Yeah, I was Canadian. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. 3 Italian, 1 American.
And anything you guys want to add to that? That's it. Okay.
I never thought, I never thought in working on this that it would ever come this far or go. I mean, you're just so entrenched in the job and getting it done and making stuff look good, and hopefully, everything turns out good. And then the movie came out, and it was such a big spectacle. I honestly forgot about it, and then it all came back when this happened. So it's really lovely.
But you know what? We try to do something normal. We want to looking at normal people, right? Marta said that,
Yes.
no?
And what about the challenge of having to take 2-dimensional characters that are well known and make them 3-dimensional, and then make them believable and not cartoony versus real life comic books?
So, yes, definitely. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
The key word
Yeah.
is organic. I think that's something
Yeah,
that he's a fan of. I'm a fan of. I think we're all a fan of creating a character that is organic, that looks real, and it doesn't distract you from the story that's being told.
And then we suffer at the beginning. I don't know you, the cartoon for us. Say, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah. Now we have no time to read the new comics. Put the comics on the side, and we start working. Let's do it. Come on, stop with read these comics.
Okay. And what about the challenge of making the makeup believable and true to the comic, but also allowing the actors to be able to do what they need to do through the makeup?
It's chemicals, no? It's chemicals. If it's work. If it don't work, it's a disaster. It's a completely disaster. But we make work, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, you're here.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, great. Good luck. I love the film. I love the work, and glad to talk to you.
Great. Thank you so much.
Well, some of the Oscar winners that we know so far include Emma Stone, who won Best Actress for La La Land. Casey Affleck has won Best Actor for Manchester by the